What's up, world? This is Isiah Trusty for Trust the Process. Today we're here with New York's very own AP Ferg. Ferg, growing up in Harlem, when did you realize that you were different?
Man, growing up in Harlem, I realized I was different when, everybody would just like look at my outfits and some people just didn't understand it. Like, people would be like going to my pops like, "Yo, your son is out here, like he be like got all the colors." He's like, "Yeah, he does what he wants." Like, I used to like be bleaching my denims and making my own outfits, like, to go with my different sneakers. I just never wanted to look like anybody.
Right, and consciously you did that, or did it just happen naturally?
Consciously, I did that because I went through the phase where it was like, I was the kid to get everything before everybody. So like if you wanted a throwback jersey, it was costing $350. I was the kid that had it already, and I killed it before you even could afford to buy it. And I got all the Jordans like a day before everybody got their Jordans. I walk around my neighborhood with blue bags around my sneakers so they wouldn't know where I got my sneakers from. They wouldn't know what sneaker store I got it from. I was that kid that was gonna at least have the sneakers a day before they dropped, just so I could wear them to school and nobody else could say they did it before me.
And was that from the pressure of your peers, or was that from the fact that your father was an OG?
I think my father just always taught me to be a leader, and even the way he dressed me is like, I remember going to a party with these young kids running around. They all had Jordans on, brand new. I already ran through, it was the 8s. I already ran through 2 of them, and I was wearing Air Raids, and I cried because I wanted to wear the Jordans like the kids. But now I realize I was already ahead of the game. I already killed 2 pair of Jordans at the crib, and I was wearing Air Raids, which no kids had.
And with that mentality, is that the same mentality you use when you approach music?
Yeah, definitely. I'm always trying to, bring something new to the table, be innovative, and take Sonics to a different level.
And do you notice the difference? Like, do you notice now the wave, like something that you started? Like, I mean, let's break it down. Like, you were the first person who mainly, you're from Harlem, but you had the South sound, right? And now do you notice that everyone has kind of taken that wave?
I think that's minuscule. I think that's the whole ASAP. I hear some of my cadences in like other rappers. That's like, because everybody, you got the internet now, everybody's hanging out with everybody, so I can't say I'm the only dude that had like a South sound or whatever. I didn't even know that I did have a South sound, but I just know that like it's a lot of my cadences, and I switch my flow up a lot, and a lot of my ad-libs and like effects I use in my ad-libs, I hear a lot of rappers doing now today. And yeah, so I'm responsible for a lot of y'all styles.
And that comes from the artistic. Do you think that comes from mentally, like your artistic background?
Definitely, yeah. I view things different. I'm an artist, so my perspective is different. We paint a better world. We don't like the world we in. We paint the world the way we think it should be. So I'm making a song the way I think it should be. When I made Work, it was my rendition of a Chief Keef song. You would never got that, but like I made the Chief Keef song in my way. Because that was what was popping then, and I loved the song. I loved what he was doing so much, and it was raw, and I was just like, what would this look like through a Ferg lens? And that's what it came up with.
So does that make you want to go somewhere different now?
People copy my style all the time, but sometimes it ain't even copying. I look at it as flattery. Like, if I wasn't doing something right, then like nobody would be doing it. Then I have something to worry about. But the fact that people are mimicking or like getting inspired, that's what I want to happen. I'm just naturally who I am. So naturally I'm gonna evolve into something else or doing something else because I just get bored with the same shit quick. My style, I have no style. My style is unorthodox. That's my style. So I have a lot of style, but my rapping style is unorthodox.
So let's talk about what you guys are into now. Let's talk about more like the cozy movement. Is there any way to explain that? Or again, is that something organic that you guys just are feeling? Or
that's something that Yams created. Yams was the cozy god, and rest in peace ASAP Yams, he was just cozy. Like I tell everybody in every interview that I do, this man used to get head Indian style. That's how cozy he was. Like literally, I can't even cross my legs on his bench the way he was getting head. You know what I'm saying? That's cozy. Walking around in strip clubs with slippers on, the money phones. We started all of that. Like jail poses. That's cozy. Cozy is not even what you wear no more. It's just how your swag. It's like, damn, you cozy in your skin. Like, damn, I wish I was that cozy.
And what are we working on now, fashion-wise and brand-wise and away from music?
I'm doing a bunch of stuff with Trap Lord, my
And that's your
brand.
brand.
Yeah, my clothing line. It's pretty much more than a clothing line. It's grew into something else, lifestyle. You know, I want to create, you know, towels and, you know, rugs. We've done rugs with Fancy. We got like a bunch of dope collaborations. Like I'm collaborating with Uniform, which is a brand. Basically, it was based in Africa. It was built to raise money and awareness about kids in Africa that need uniforms. So they brought it to the U.S. and they collaborated with me. We're gonna go to Bloomingdale's, put our collaborations in the stores, and we're gonna, all the proceeds is gonna go to kids in Africa to put uniforms on them so they could go to school. I also got like some collaborations. I'm collabing with Adidas again. We got another shoe coming out, a capsule collection. There's more stuff this time. And I'm also collabing with Citizen for All Mankind. They got a brand called A Goldie, but you know, the denim and everything is like it's crazy. It's still good. It's just for a better price range. And Pele, you know, taking it back to Harlem. You know, I got a collaboration that I'm brewing up with them. We just been sitting down and creating like different jackets, bringing back old soda clubs and things like that.
And with your art background and going to art school, are you still into that, or has that taken a back page to your music? Or you're still into drawing and painting and?
It never really took a back. It never been sat on the back burner. It's just that, you know, I've been doing so much. Like I always buy supplies and like that, but I never get a chance to really sit down and doodle or like, you know, paint anything. But, you know, I did 5 tours last year. So this year I just plan on like doing a lot of visuals, working on music and getting back to the canvases. And actually hopefully putting together a show for Art Basel. You know, God willing, you know, I can put like together like something real cool for the people.
That's dope. All right, well, there you have it. Another episode of Trust the Process with our very own, New York's very own, the Trap Lord himself, ASAP Ferg.
No doubt.
My man.